Hi, this is Andrina. I'm so glad to see you again. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to give you a video last week, but the upshot of that is some really exciting news that I'll be sharing with you during this video. And it's going to be taking this YouTube channel in a new direction. So let me tell you the story, because like everything in our lives, everything always makes a really good story. So it began with Eric getting COVID. And not only that, but he got it bad. So what happens if you're living in a castle with your bedroom on the top floor and the kitchen is on the bottom floor, and you have this poor man who's in bed who can't even get out of bed? And that means negotiating all day and all night stairs. Since he couldn't work, I suggested he turn off his phone, something practically inconceivable for him, and to stop the input, not to listen to news or radio or music or any type of social media or even read. So Eric spent the time doing a digital detox, and I was able to get him off on that plane a week later, only for me to come home and to collapse into bed. This time I had COVID. Maybe it was time to take a little of my own medicine. With Eric gone and me too sick to work, I can also do the same. Because the truth is, I've been busy. My detox days, a day of meditation and movement and cooking food that heals for groups of women, are expanding. And I've done the little touches to make the castle our home, with linen cushions from Lithuania, decorative branches, and a hat rack made of repurposed wood and jute string, and with the help of Mior, hanging a beautiful piece of driftwood that we found in Croatia as a centerpiece on the wall. I noticed that whatever I'm putting up as decoration is coming directly from nature, and that's how I want it. I sold my house full of beautiful antiques the first time I got rid of all my possessions, and sold my beautiful Indian furniture the second time I got rid of my possessions, and believe me, neither time was easy. So it's taught me that I'm not interested in acquiring new pieces of furniture until we can find our permanent home. And when I ask Mior, who knows every inch of this castle, as he's been working here all his life, if he needs to measure whether the pictures are straight, he gives me some sound, very embodied advice.
È contento l'occhio, ha capito? Quando è contento l'occhio, va bene tutto.
Sono d'accordo.
L'occhio che guarda,
Sì.
Come qua adesso lei mi ha detto,
Sì.
apro qua.
And he's right. I need to feel more and think less. A voice within has been niggling at me, telling me that I'm not really showing you all that I really want to about our life here in this castle. And experience has taught me that I need to listen to it. And now I have the time to do just that. Listen. It's something I haven't been able to do much since we moved here. As I'm spending a lot of time in bed, I can now take a closer look at the beautiful painted ceilings above me. The angel, with his wreath and violin, is a symbol of peace and music. He greets me every morning. I've named him Pachelbel upon the suggestion of a YouTube comment. The 17th century frescoes are made of colors that are soft and pleasing and gentle on the eye. Birds and flowers and the bounties of nature are everywhere, so I'm not surprised even to find the face of a green man peering at me. The green man is an ancient symbol of Mother Nature. And when I walk through the upper foyer, with its wrought iron light fixture of vines and leaves, I'm greeted by walls painted like faux marble and stone. It's such a peaceful interlude between our bedroom and the enormous guest bedroom next to the tower, where more scenes of nature greet me. Foliage and leaves and vines, everything is curly and soft, and only straight lines you see are what contain the drawings themselves. Here the frescoes are more elaborate. Each of the 4 sides of the walls are decorated with the 4 seasons, winter, summer, spring, and fall, and are graced with a pair of hippocampi. This mythological creature, half horse, half fish, is an ancient symbol too. It predates the Etruscan times, far before the Romans and the Greeks, and it was a time of ancient European culture that didn't celebrate war and death and fear like we do, but the benevolence and the creative power of Mother Nature. And it was through this almost meditation of looking at the ceilings that I knew exactly what I had to do. I've been nearly a month cooped up here, doing my detox days and decorating our home and then taking care of guests, and then Eric, and then recuperating myself. So even when I go walking the gardens of Cordovato, as beautiful as they are, I find they're just too tame to help me get out of my own way and find what I'm looking for. And so, even though I'm still weak after COVID, I decide to get into the car and venture north, into the mountain wilderness that separates Friuli from Austria. The Grotto di Pradis, about an hour north of us here in Cordovato, caught my eye and had all that I was looking for: gentle walks, mountain air, and running water where I can sit and just soak up the energy and recharge my batteries again. Driving, I realized just how dependent upon Eric I've become. Before we go anywhere, he's already done the research online and knows how steep the climb and how long it's going to take, and where we're going to eat afterward, how good the weather's going to be, and even where to park. So I'm relishing the fact that I don't know any of that. All I know is this place that I pinpointed on a map, read a review or two, saw one photo, and knew that this is where I wanted to go. North, into the mountains, to breathe that fresh mountain air. So here I am in a place called Grotto di Pradis. And I haven't been there yet. I basically just woke up this morning, took out my Google map, looked around places to walk near me, found this, it looked very interesting, pressed the how far away is it button, it said it was an hour away, and I'm here. So what do I have here? I've got my water, and I think I've got an apple, and a cucumber, and my phone, and just normal tennis shoes, because the weather is still so gorgeous. Here, actually it's perfect weather, and you know what? There are no mosquitoes here. I love Cordovato, but the one thing it has is lots of mosquitoes. I realize, I'm a mountain person. I need the big mountains. This grotto is an ancient prehistoric site, which was then adapted by the Christian Church, which dedicated it to the Madonna. These ancient sites honoring the goddess have always interested me. I used to give tours in Provence, traveling to ancient sacred sites and visiting Black Madonnas, while working together with a woman whom I consider to be one of the most impactful spiritual teachers alive. In fact, I folded my love for this subject into my latest novel, so if you are interested in what's known as the divine feminine, you will enjoy reading The Magical Reality of Annabel Jones. Often these sites are in places of extreme beauty, on mountain tops or beautiful valleys, or within rock formations. This one is hidden deep within a cave, and I want to have a look at it, which means descending into that crevice carved into the stone. These caves, which are still filled with rich natural resources, were subject to many excavations, and because of the artifacts found within, are considered to have been inhabited by Neanderthals between 40 to 60,000 years ago. This makes them not only an important prehistoric site, but also one of the oldest human settlements. It's beautiful down here. There are waterfalls that fall into waterfalls, which fall again into deeper waterfalls, which land finally along a nearly underground river that goes under the rocks and that goes into further small caves within. Once I explore the smaller caves, I go up again and enter the most famous cave of all, the Grotto of the Madonna. It's an enormous interior space, which can hold over 1,000 people, which it does once a year when a Christmas Mass is held. I can see in the distance an emerald green light. It's said it's natural, but it looks an awful lot like someone's improved that lighting. And then I see a statue called the Madonnina, or the Little Madonna. But once you understand history from a bigger picture, and you understand that it was far more than just the Romans and the Greeks, and oh yes, then there were the Egyptians, to recognize that humanity is far older and far more advanced, that we are only now beginning to understand through prehistoric sites, you'll see her reincarnation everywhere. It's the goddess. From Paleolithic cultures with hundreds of Venus figurines to Neolithic cultures in Samaria, Mesopotamia, the Minoans, or even in Turkey, through architecture and myths and legends, the goddess was called Astarte, and then Inanna, and then Ishtar, to Isis, to Aphrodite, to Venus, Athena, Persephone, all the way to Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary. But whatever name she goes under, she radiates compassion and understanding, which is something all of us crave at times, and that's why she's so popular. So even though I'm not Catholic, I light a candle, ask for a blessing, and take my leave to go back into sunshine, because I need big nature. Nature that gets me out of my head and that gets me back grounded on my feet. You know, like mountains or desert or sea. Nature that really tells me that puts everything into perspective and says, I'm nothing. You know, compared to all of this beautiful nature, who am I to be worried? And besides, everything looks like it's pretty well planned, so why should I be worrying about tomorrow when it's a beautiful day today? So I fill my water bottle with the coldest, most refreshing water there is, take my shoes off and place my feet on the ground, and plug myself into the most powerful battery there is, the earth. There is so much I want to share with you, which is really interesting and also can help you to connect with yourself and your body in a new way. So this is going to be the direction of the YouTube channel. I'm going to let you in, of course, on our lives on a deeper level as well, telling you more about myself and my unusual background, as well as bringing you along the ups and downs of our journey as Eric and I build our lives and our businesses together. But have a little patience, as my videos may not be so regular over the next few weeks. COVID put a delay on an already taxing schedule, getting up the new website and the courses, and I want to reassure you that I love having you along with us on this journey. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because that helps tickle the underbelly of those all-important algorithms, and leave a comment, because I read and respond to each and every one. So take care of yourselves, and thanks for watching.